I want you to put yourself in the shoes of that second photographer, okay? Put yourself in their shoes. Think about they're going and they got this gig at this really awesome venue. They're so excited to work there. Yeah, they're going to be chatting with the venue owners and whatever. Yeah, they're going to be making connections, because when you get in with the connection, that's what you do. That's how you network. Networking is the entire game. So yeah, you had to work really hard to get on that list, to work with that venue. You probably had to find some way of getting on that list that wasn't what these photographers are doing. However, how they get on the list and how these venues decide to add people on the list is beyond your control. And I honestly think that viewing it as out of your control is something that can allow you to let it go. You are on the list. That's great. Your second photographers, maybe a couple of them make it on the list. Good for them. I do want to encourage you to maybe try to find a couple of second photographers you can really, really trust who aren't in it for the connections. So maybe finding a photographer that is a little bit more established, someone that's not quite literally just trying to get their foot in the door and make any connections they can. Obviously, those are great people to work with and they're great. It's awesome to give people like that an experience and give them the opportunity, but it sounds like you do not work well with people who are trying to grow their business. Just from what I can see, it sounds like you are not a great fit for someone who is trying to make connections, because in a way you're feeling threatened by your second shooters, right? You're a little bit feeling threatened. That's fine, but I'm just pointing out the facts here. In the end, I would say don't worry about it too much, okay? Like, your second photographers are working for you, right? And you're the main photographer. Maybe work on, for example, you said that your second photographer was so amazing to your bride that she ended up tipping the second photographer, not you. We're going to look at that as a learning experience. You maybe need to work on your customer service while you're working a wedding. Yes, it's important to get all the shots, but it's also important to socialize and make sure that your bride or groom is having an amazing time, and make sure that you are connecting with them, okay? Yeah, getting all the photos is important. Also, making that connection with your client is also super important in building that relationship. So I think there's a couple of learning lessons for you here. I do think that's a really hard situation to be in, and I'm really sorry that you have to go through that.